Hello, Oprah. This is Dr. Phil live from Laramie, Wyoming. Today on Dr. Phil, we have a non-idol worshiper from Wyoming. His name is John Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And he's going to give us a little bit of insight as to what goes on in Wyoming. Now, John, tell me a little bit about this cancer eye.
Well, as I was growing up, my dad was a veterinarian, so we got the full life experience. We saw birth and death and all kinds of things, and we would do surgeries just around the place. But one of my favorite ones was the cancer eye surgery, where I, as the strapping young lad, got to hold on to the cow by the nose tongs off to the side. The cow had cancer across its eye and could not see, so the eyeball had to go. So he would take the scissor handles, not the pointy end, but the round end, slide them in behind the eyeball, and just pop it out. So then we'd cut it off, put the all the disinfectant and all that kind of stuff in there, and then sew the eyelids together, so that the cow could go on just as a one-eyed cow.
That is very intense. Now was your father a registered veterinarian?
Yes, he graduated from CSU.
Was that the best process for this cow?
Well, it might not have been the most comfortable process for the cow, but it was definitely the cheapest for the rancher and the safest for the cow after it was done with its little bit of trauma surgery.
That is intense. Okay, let's continue talking about cows just for a moment. Can you describe the process of calving for me?
Calving? Well, normally the cows do it on their own. But when they have problems is when they called my dad. So normally they would wait till Sunday morning right before church. Cow's been in labor for 2 or 3 days, and they finally wait till right before church to call. That's usually how it happens. But as we get out there, we would assess the situation, and he would stick his arm into the cow up to here. And so he would assess the situation. If the calf was not too big and he thought he could do it, he would take a calf jack, which is a piece of metal about this wide and a metal rod. He would reach inside the cow, find the back feet, put a chain on it, and then pull it out and attach it to the jack. And so then we would jack on the calf for a while and pull it out till it hit a certain point where it was kind of stuck. So then we would kind of reef on the thing a little bit from side to side and see if that helped. We never really asked the cows their opinion on the process, but we would pull the calf that way. Now, if the calf was too big, then we would have to go in for a C-section. So we would just give the cow a local anesthesia on the side. We would shave a triangle from hip to ribs and down. And so then we would cut the cow open, look inside there, which is pretty cool. There's about 8 inches of space between all of their guts and the top of their backbone. You can see the diaphragm moving back and forth. So then my job was to pull the calf out and up after Dad removed it. Now, I got to tell you, the worst part about the whole process was holding that uterus while he tried to sew it shut. This is like holding on to some sort of solidified boogers to the best of my ability. This thing is the slickest thing on the planet, and I'm squeezing it for all I'm worth while he's stitching it up and then tugging it, and you're like, ah! And he's like, hold on to it, and I'm like, I am! And so then he would stitch up the uterus, put it back, we'd sew up the cow, and then be on our way.
Now, what would happen if the uterus actually come out of the cow?
Well, that would be called a prolapse. And it's not a very pretty thing because the cow's starting to turn inside out. So we would take what was out and make sure we rinsed it real good. And then we just shove it back in. And then you stitch it up a little bit. Not too far because they got to have a calf again the next year. And those stitches would come out eventually, but hopefully it would seal that up a little bit.
So on our next episode of Dr. Phil, we're going to talk about the trauma that has been caused by all these 4
Oh, play me some mountain music. music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play.